Retinols is probably the most common word that we use when we're talking about any form of vitamin A, which is either tretinoin, retinol, or retinol, but the correct term is actually retinoid. So retinoid is the umbrella term that we use, but most people use the word retinol to describe it. Retinol is a 2 conversion to retinoic acid. That means it's a slower conversion for your skin. So it does technically help slow down that process, meaning it makes it a little bit easier going when you're applying it into your skincare routine. However, I will say this, it does not mean it is not irritating. It can still be irritating depending on how you introduce it into your skincare routine. I like using a retinol, OL, for anybody within their mid-20s and 30s. This is a great place to start if you can handle it and tolerate it right out of the gate. Again, there is definitely a technique to adding it into your routine, which is in another video. But I want to make sure that you guys understand, if you're between the 20 to 35 range, you definitely can stick with a retinol, OL. Again, it's just to keep that skin cycle moving and growing with your skin. So we're making sure that we're at the optimum. And then as you age, you might want to move up to a retinol. And then if you need a little bit more, maybe your skin is really thick, maybe it's just very stubborn, then you can move up to tretinoin if you need to. I am 50 years old and I am not on retinoid. I am actually on a different form. And it all depends on what specific skincare routine you're using, but not everybody can do retinoid. And don't think that just because you can't get to retinoid that you're not going to see the same results. Sometimes just going stronger just means the same thing. You're just going to have the same irritation. You really have to work with your skin to find that sweet spot. Retinol you can find pretty much all over, any place you can find them commercially. I do have my favorites. I find some are really, really low level, and I just find that they're okay, but they don't provide a lot of results. What you should see when you're using a retinol, OL, is you should see some firmness in the skin. If you suffer from breakout skin, you're going to see the initial purging. That's completely normal, but you should start to see that you have less and less breakouts every cycle. You're also going to notice that it helps with oil control as well. So if you have really oily skin or combo skin, you're going to see it kind of come down. If you have dry skin, this is why it's really important to start slow, because it will dry you out initially, but there's other techniques that we can put in place to make sure that your skin stays nice and healthy and hydrated. So just because you are dry skin does not mean that you cannot use it. You should definitely use it. It's just you're going to have to be careful how you introduce it into your skincare routine, and that is another video that I have down. When you're using a retinol, please make sure that you're starting, like I said, low and slow, so 0.01 or 0.05, and slowly moving your way up. Once you've done a retinol, you want to probably stay here for about a good 6 months, because it takes a skin cycle. And depending where you are in your age, if you are in your 30s, you're looking at a cell cycle being about a month, 28 to 31 days. If you are in your 40s or 50s, you are looking anywhere between 35 to 45 days of a skin cycle. So what does that mean? You're not going to see results right out of the gate. It's going to take you a month and a half to 2 months to actually see results. And you're not going to see much the first time, because again, the skin cycle is being stimulated, but it's still at its beginner stage. So when you are first start using any form of retinoid, please stay on it for a minimum of 6 to 8 months before you start moving up, because that's where you're going to start to see the true magic. We have to work within that cell cycle, that cell growth. That's really important for people to understand. Low and slow, just be methodical when you applied it within your skincare routine. And like I said, the next video I have will show you exactly how to incorporate it in your skincare routine.